Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Aldas and today I'm going to be taking a first look at the brand new Mercedes livery for 2020. Now this has just been revealed and this is just the livery. This is by no means their actual car because the aerodynamics are way too simple and it is just basically a model of maybe last year's car, but maybe not even that. So yeah, it's definitely just a livery launch, and yeah, let's get straight into it and let's take a look at the car that could potentially win Lewis Hamilton his 7th world title. So the brand new car was unveiled by Toto Wolff at an event literally just a few hours ago, and we got our first peek at the brand new 2020 Mercedes. Now, obviously the big news when you look at this car, and the thing that really stands out, is the little splashes of red from the brand new sponsor. I think their name is Ineos. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, that's Mercedes' brand new sponsor for 2020. They are a chemical company and have added something a little bit different to the livery. To be honest, the pictures from this event aren't really the best, I'll be honest with you guys, but I've tried to get as many good photos as I can in this video, but yeah, not exactly the best photos in the world for a brand new livery launch. Anyway, obviously, as I said, the big news is those splashes of red, but otherwise it is still a Mercedes. Massive shock, it is a silver arrow with a little bit of turquoise from their title sponsor Petronas. As far as the car itself, obviously not too much changes. As I said, this chassis and this entire body is nowhere near the 2020 car. It is not going to look anything like this because I think this is I think it's just a shell. I don't even think it has an engine really, but as far as the paintwork, if we move on all the way to the front, I'm really not that sure about it. I'm not a massive fan, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I think the red and the turquoise really clash, and although I do think that they could have incorporated it in a little bit better, I think this paintwork and this livery looks really basic. Even if you look at the middle of the car where the massive turquoise stripe is, it's literally just sort of black, turquoise, black, and then some kind of one shade of silver. If you remember last year, now the really interesting thing is that last year, after all of the liveries, and if you were following my channel then, I did a video of kind of ranking all of the best liveries, in my opinion anyway, from best to worst, and unbelievably, and it was even a shock to me, I actually put Mercedes number one. I thought their car looked amazing when their livery was launched. I think they did a little test run in Silverstone, and I loved their livery. I loved the little sort of arrows, silver arrows on the back of the engine cover and sort of the shadows as well. But when you look at the 2020 car, it looks really 2D. Does that kind of sounds really ridiculous, but there's just no shading, there's no shadows. It's literally just colors, like 2D colors, and that's it. So yeah, I'm not a really big fan of it. Only when you get to the back of the car does it kind of resemble the 2019 Mercedes, but as far as the front of it, yeah, I'm really not a big fan of this livery, to be honest. It's not horrible in my opinion, but it's certainly something that I'm not going to love throughout the season. Maybe it will look better in daylight. That does happen quite a bit with cars. They look a lot better on track with the sunlight, but yeah, this livery, the silver, the red, and the turquoise just really clash in my opinion. Moving around the car, I mean, again, the pictures, as I said, aren't the best. You can see another shot here into the cockpit where you can see the halo and the brand new sponsor. Again, I've no idea how to pronounce it, Ineos, but to be honest, they were teasing a little bit of red for the livery, and I didn't realize it was going to be a brand new sponsor. I thought it was going to be maybe a little bit of a Niki Lauda tribute, the fact that, you know, Lewis Hamilton is going for his 7th world title, and the fact that Mercedes are also going for their 7th consecutive constructors title, and obviously with Niki Lauda passing away last year, I thought that's maybe how they would incorporate a little bit of red into it, but obviously they've clearly got a brand new sponsor. Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much to say about this Mercedes. It's a silver arrow. It's got a little bit of turquoise from their sponsor. The one thing I do want to say that they changed last year from 2018 is that Lewis Hamilton's number and Valtteri Bottas's number in 2018 were actually different colors. So Lewis Hamilton's was 44 in red and Valtteri Bottas was 77 in blue. Now, I really like that idea, and I've no idea why they changed it to both numbers being white, because to be honest, it makes them really difficult to actually know who they are on track. Now, when I saw these cars at Silverstone, when I went to the British Grand Prix, especially because the number 44 and the number 77 and the fact that the halo is over the drivers, it's not actually that easy to know which car is which. You really have to kind of look at it for a few seconds, which is a little bit frustrating. Now, I don't know if it was a brand new rule that was brought in for 2019 in terms of liveries that the numbers have to be the same color on both cars, but it's certainly something that would have liked to be changed, you know, with Lewis Hamilton having a red number and Valtteri Bottas having a blue number. I just think it would have been a little bit easier to tell them apart. So yeah, in terms of the brand new Mercedes livery, to be honest guys, I'm not a massive fan. I think it looks okay. I think that, as I said, I think the red clashes with the turquoise. I think it could have been incorporated a little bit better, and certainly, I mean, especially the middle of the car, it just looks a little bit plain, you know, there's no shading, it's just plain colors. So yeah, not a massive fan, to be honest, of the brand new Mercedes livery, but again, hopefully it will look a little bit better out on track and in the sunlight as well, because this was in, to be honest, a bit of a dark room, and in my opinion, not really a great location location for a car launch. But nevertheless, there you go. That is the brand new livery for the 2020 Mercedes, a car that could be making history. So at the end of the day, does it really matter if it looks good or bad? Because this could be a very historic car for Formula One. Now, as far as Mercedes in 2020, their goals are obvious. They're going to want to once again win both the drivers and constructors. Lewis Hamilton, as I've already mentioned a few times in this video, he's chasing his 7th world title. Valtteri Bottas coming off a very good season in 2019, arguably his best in Formula One. He'll also want to be a little bit of a spanner in the works for Lewis. And could Valtteri be the 2020 champion? What a season that would be. But of course, I mean, their 2019 season in general, 15 wins from 21 races. It's kind of hard to comprehend just how good Mercedes have been. Also the fact that they're coming off 6 consecutive drivers and constructors titles. I mean, this team, yeah, they're just flawless in every single department, and you've got to think that they're going to come out once again in 2020 with a very consistent and very good car. But will Red Bull and Ferrari be able to catch them up and hopefully spoil their party? That is going to be one of the most exciting things to look out for this season, and I cannot wait for it to get going. Anyway, guys, there you go. That is my quick video looking at the brand new Mercedes livery for 2020. Now, in the comments below, tell me what you think of it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think they could have done to improve it? Once again, I'm not a massive fan of it. It's a bit of a letdown in my opinion, because last year I thought their livery at the start of the season anyway was definitely the best on the field in my opinion. But this season I think it is a little bit of a letdown. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and check out my social medias. Instagram and Twitter will be above. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.